Hello and welcome to this series of videos on how to use the new GPU parallelized non-uniform grid solver of lisflood-fp. On this short video, I'm going to show you how to download and compile the code. So there are a couple of ways to download and access the lisflood-fp code, and in all of them you're going to get redirected to a GitHub repository page like this. And on this page, if you click on code and then download zip, the zip archive of the code is going to get downloaded. And if you go to the directory, you'll see that the file is named like this. I'm going to cut the archive file from here and put it in a different directory that I've created for this course. And we can unzip this archive by clicking on extract. And there we go. This is going to be the directory that contains all the source files. So before continue, we need to see if we have the requirements to run the code. We have three requirements. Of course, the first one is to have a GPU card installed on our desktop. And to use the GPU card, we need to download the CUDA toolkit, which is freely available for both Linux and Windows from NVIDIA's webpage. And the last requirement is, of course, to have a Visual Studio, any version of Visual Studio. And if you go to Microsoft's Visual Studio page, you can see that community version is freely available for download. So if we download Visual Studio and open the Visual Studio, we'll see that there's an option to open a local folder. If we click on that and select the unzipped directory of lisflood, the Visual Studio window would open, and the first step is that automatically the CMake will start to run, and it identifies the compilers and the CUDA compiler. All of them are gonna take like a couple of seconds to finish. So when the CUDA stage is finished, you're gonna see that this message at the end, CMake generation finished. After that, we're going to select the MSVC compiler here from this menu. So make sure that MSVC is selected here. And after that, you need to click on Build All. After clicking on that, the compile process would start, and it will take a couple of minutes to finish. So when the compile process is successfully finished, there will be a message like this at the end, which shows that the compile is successful. And if we go to the directory, the unzipped directory of lisflood, we'll see that there's a new directory created named out. And inside that, there is another directory built and another one with the same name of the compiler that we chose. And in here we can see that the executables of lisflood, all the executables including the preprocessors and postprocessors, are created. So this shows that the code is ready to use, and in the next videos I'm going to show you how we're going to use the code to run the simulations.